Hey, this is Cherie King, your wellness advocate, and I want to welcome you to today's video where we're going to be talking about, does drinking coffee help you to lose weight? So, in case you're wondering, if I drink coffee every day, will I lose weight? Now, this is another one of those debatable issues, okay? If you've been to my blog over at gethealthycleanandlean.info, one of the things that I mention on my blog is that the experts can't agree, right? So you are doing this search about coffee and weight loss. And I'm pretty sure that if you haven't already come across it, you will come across some articles that will say, yes, it can and it does. And then you're going to come across some articles that say, no, of course not. That's erroneous. That's just, ridiculous to think that coffee can help you lose weight. And then, even in that, you're going to have, some experts out there who swear that coffee has beneficial properties that, it can do for you, health benefits, that it'll help with your heart and help your liver. And then you have another expert on the other side of the coin who's saying, oh, coffee is bad for you, it damages your liver, it's bad for your heart, it's bad for your this and your that. So again, no one can agree. No one, So, before I get into my thoughts and feelings about it from my own research and my own personal experience, let me just say this, that the only true way to know whether or not something is going to work for you is to try it yourself. It's basically trial and error, because you can't take one person's word for it all the time, and I'm pretty sure you know that. Just like diets and different dietary lifestyles and ways of exercising, all that stuff, everyone is different. Some people's bodies react differently to different things, and so you kind of have to test things out. You kind of have to be your own test dummy, so to speak. Not calling you a dummy, but you know what I'm saying. So, well, let me ask you this: do you drink coffee? And have you lost any weight as a result of drinking coffee? And I mean, without any additional diet changes or lifestyle changes or anything like that. And do you know anyone who has? See, many people drink coffee that is loaded with refined sugar, those fancy schmancy flavored creamers, and caramel on the bottom, drizzled on top of whipped cream, and all that kind of stuff like that, right? So, even if there was something in coffee that caused weight loss, all of those added things would definitely negate it, wouldn't it? But what if the coffee didn't have all that stuff added to it? Then would it help you to lose weight? Now, what my research and personal experience has shown me is that, for the most part, no, not really. Coffee doesn't cause you to lose weight. But what seems to be a general consensus of what coffee can do is somewhat help you out by giving you more energy, and that basically you should drink a cup of black, that's what people typically say, drink a cup of black coffee before your workout so that you can get more out of that workout. Now, according to an article by the Mayo Clinic, caffeine may stimulate thermogenesis, which is one way that your body generates heat and energy from digesting food. But this probably isn't enough to produce significant weight loss. Now, I've read that if you drink your coffee a certain way, which is bulletproof, and if you're not familiar with bulletproof coffee, you might want to do a Google search on that. But it's basically organic coffee that's been blended in a blender with organic butter that comes from grass fed cows and coconut oil or MCT oil. That it can not only give you energy, but also help curb your appetite for at least a few hours. In fact, when I did the HCG diet once before, coffee was considered the breakfast, okay? So they had like this meal plan, which consisted of lunch, a couple of snacks, and dinner. And that was it. There was no breakfast. Coffee was the breakfast, right? Now, did the coffee in and of itself actually help me lose weight? No. I mean, I drank coffee every morning prior to starting the HCG diet, and I didn't lose any weight. It was more so the diet and the HCG drops that caused me to lose weight. The coffee basically sustained me so that I wasn't starving in the morning until it was time for lunch. I was also allowed to drink coffee anytime that I felt I needed it in order to kind of take the hunger edge off. So, if anything, I'd say that coffee helped control my appetite without adding any additional weight, but it didn't actually bring about weight loss in and of itself. And even when I drank that coffee, um, there was no adding of sugar. Okay, you had to use some kind of a sugar substitute like stevia. I did xylitol. Okay, so all in all, I'd say that you can keep coffee in your diet even if you're trying to lose weight, bearing in mind that you'll want to, number one, like I mentioned before, use a natural sweetener such as raw honey, evaporated cane sugar, or something like stevia, which honestly I didn't care for stevia much. I didn't like the little bitter aftertaste that it had. Or my favorite, xylitol, which is definitely better taste wise and it's also good for your teeth. And number two, use real cream. Yeah, I know what you've heard, but if you're not opposed to dairy products, then try using some heavy cream or half and half if that's a little too rich for you, as opposed to non dairy creamers or those creamers out there that have all that extra stuff in them. Now, Coffee Mate has their Natural Bliss line, which is pretty good. I really like the vanilla. The sweet cream one is okay, and then I think they have cinnamon and they have hazelnut, and I think seasonally you can get pumpkin spice. Okay, but it's more natural. It doesn't have all that extra stuff in it. It's just the sugar, cream, and I forgot what else is in it, but it's just like a few little ingredients. And if you don't consume dairy, then feel free to use whatever you use, nut milk or coconut milk or something like that. But regular coffee in and of itself doesn't necessarily bring about weight loss, although there are coffees on the market that have been infused with certain ingredients that actually do bring about weight loss by blocking fat and sugar absorption, boosting the metabolism, and things like that. In fact, some people have actually found themselves losing weight and or fat and inches and even experiencing some pretty impressive health benefits just from drinking 1 cup of such infused coffee per day. And you can see an example here of this woman. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in learning more about, go on ahead and click the link in the description below, okay? So I want to thank you for watching. Please be sure to share this video with others, and you can get more great wellness tips at www.gethealthycleanandlean.info. All right, so again, I'm Cherie King, your wellness advocate. Until next time, bye for now.